Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmidt and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching The Green Mile. What do you know about this?
I don't know a lot. This was like crazy highly recommended on the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Overwhelming amount.
Overwhelming amount. And when we watched The Shawshank, I knew that it was Frank Darabont, but I didn't know it was Stephen King. So that was interesting to find out. And then everyone let us know that this is, again, Stephen King and Frank Darabont.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly it was an amazing combo for The Shawshank. I'm expecting an amazing combo for The Green Mile.
Yes. So I don't know if this is another prison film, but I believe it's Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan, who unfortunately is no longer with us. But I think those are the two main characters.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if it's a prison film or what period it's set in. Maybe it's similar to Shawshank just because so many people recommended it during Shawshank. So I don't know if they recommended it because it's similar themes or if they recommended it because of the combo of, Stephen King and Frank.
Right.
And it came highly suggested.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm really excited to watch it. Seems like it might be an emotional film as well, kind of from the comments.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're about to get into it. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie.
Searching for somebody?
Yeah.
You love your sister. You make it noise, nothing happens.
Ooh.
What a message come. I like to walk.
He definitely seems to be a little bit more lively than the other residents there.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if the toast was for him.
Right, or if it was for someone else.
Tony doesn't admit that he's not a good father.
All they ever talk about is fucking.
You look tired, you're not yourself.
Sensitive song. Just bring back some good or bad memories.
Yeah.
In charge of death row that I supervised all the executions.
Wow.
Death row is called the last mile. We called ours the Green Mile. The worst urinary infection of my life. John Coffey and the two dead girls.
Can't imagine the bad dreams that he has being a prison execution guard.
Yeah, in the beginning it seemed maybe like they were searching for a child to me, but I don't know. You just mentioned two girls.
Right, yeah.
He looks familiar too.
Yeah, he's very familiar. Oh, he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was the sniper.
Right.
Yeah, he's familiar.
too. Urinary
Oh,
tract
right.
infection.
It's not as bad as it was. I think it's clearing up.
Seemed pretty rough.
Yeah, riding on the axle.
Dead man!
Oh my gosh, he's huge.
Dead man walking! You got a dead man walking
Man,
here!
shut this guy up.
It's enough. I'm not gonna have any trouble with you, big boy.
Huge.
Move your ass.
I don't care where you go, Percy, just as long as it's not here at this very moment.
No one likes this guy.
Our trip.
Yeah.
Your name is John Coffey.
Like to drink, only not spelled the same. Do you leave the light on after bedtime? Because I get a little scared in the dark sometimes.
Stays pretty bright around here all night long.
Wonder what he's there for. Murder, right?
They said the story of like the two dead girls and John Coffey.
I tried to take it back, but it was too late.
Gentle giant. He's huge, but afraid of the dark and shaking hands. So it was a search for the girls.
And who took them?
Oh. Jeez.
I tried to take it back, but it was too late.
Is he just too big? Did he fall on them or something? Keep saying he'd try to take it back.
Is not so well, Paul. I'll be taking over to Vicksburg next day or so for some tests. True you ordered Percy Wetmore off the block?
It is.
The wife of the governor of this state has only one nephew, and his name happens to be Percy.
Wow, the nephew of the governor.
But Percy has an application in a Briar Ridge.
The mental hospital.
Mental hospital.
Mental hospital for that creep.
I think he just wants to see one cook up close.
Talk about a mega power trip.
Mm-hmm. Gee, can't really get in trouble for it.
I'm sure that X-ray turned out to be nothing at all.
He's such a good guy.
Yeah. A good guy working an insane job. How long can you stay a good guy, though, watching people fry over and over and over again?
I think I have something. Help you sleep.
Still got something wrong with my waterworks. I want to pass it on to you.
Maybe it's rabbit.
Oh, Christ.
Rabbit. Just want some food.
Let's go get the damn mouse.
Aw, it was a cute little mouse, though.
Maybe they'll let him out.
Saw me a mouse go by.
Doesn't look like anybody's been in there for a while.
Yeah, a lot of effort just to find this little mouse.
You let him get past you.
No, I did not.
Coming back for another cracker. Oh, this asshole.
The cracker.
Yeah, I just want some food. Oh my god.
Your disease head off, you little piece of shit.
Guy's got some problems.
Yeah, major problems. He needs to be put in check.
Knock yourself out. Hope you nail the bastard.
Keep him busy for a while.
Yeah.
Don't that beat the mousy band?
Men under strain can snap. That's why our job is talking.
I think of it as a bucket of piss to drown rats in. Yeah, you try it. Go on.
Just want to snap this dude's neck.
You ever threaten a man on this block again, we all gonna have a go.
I hope they all beat the shit out of him at some point.
I hope he's just gone.
Gets
I mean, he
the
shouldn't
shit
be
beat.
working at a mental hospital either,
No.
but he looks familiar too.
Mm-hmm.
I want at least 2 rehearsals before he gets back.
Taking a seat, Knowles Sparky.
Is he just their little rehearsal prisoner?
I just don't like that guy's back there.
No, neither do I. Don't want him to accidentally flip a switch or something.
Roll on one means I turn the generator up full.
Soak the sponge?
Why is he putting that sponge on his head?
Conducts electricity directly to the brain, fast like a bullet. You don't ever throw the switch on a man without that.
Just seems like a medieval torture device.
Roll on 2.
And that's that.
Wow, that's a big audience.
If a man sincerely repents on what he done wrong, that he might get to go back to the time that was happiest for him. Could that be what heaven's like?
I just about believe that very thing. You'll do fine.
Just so afraid of the smallest thing going wrong. Feel like I can hear the electricity already.
I think it's on.
Roll on 2.
Jesus. Is he still
Yeah.
alive? Oh.
He's square with the house again. So keep your goddamn hands off him.
Why don't you just move on? Take that job at Briar Ridge.
I might just take it, too. As soon as you put me out front.
Couldn't imagine that job in general, but enjoying it, like.
Look.
Ain't he something?
Mr. Jangles.
That his name?
Mr. Jangles.
In my ear.
Oh my gosh.
He is a smart mouse.
Yeah, what a smart mouse.
That's so smart, mouse there. Like he a circus mouse or something.
We ought to find a cigar box.
I don't trust that at all.
Mm-mm.
Unless he's just trying to play nice to be up front.
Close the door.
The x-rays?
It's a tumor, Paul. I can't think how to tell my wife. She's going to die.
The wife's going to die?
Yeah, that's who has the brain tumor.
I thought he had the tumor.
No, his wife.
Oh my god.
He can't leave this untreated either. It's gonna get a kidney infection or something.
Jesus, this seems terrible. This is Sam Rockwell?
I think so.
Boy is dope to the gills.
Hellraiser, huh? Look more like a lamp noodle to me.
Crazy how much this movie makes you take like a sympathetic side to these
Killers and murderers, yeah.
Wonder what he's gonna be like when he's not full of medicine.
Yeah.
Careful.
Uh-oh. Oh, that extra hurt.
Come on, shit!
Of course, this guy's a coward.
Oh, yeah, we dancing now. You're warning me! You're warning me! Well, come on!
True colors shown for Percy right there.
We thought he was doped.
How did John Coffey know to be careful, though, you know?
Maybe he just had the sense, you know?
I got the mile. Till you all come back.
I feel like he's not in a very good condition to be alone.
Boss, I need to see you down here.
This is not a good time. What do you want, John Coffey?
Just to help.
He's grabbing his crotch. What? He just like absorbed his sickness?
That's what it looked like.
What did you just do to me?
I just took it back, so.
I didn't see this taking that direction.
I did not know this was like a supernatural movie.
So that changes things with the girls.
Yeah, he was trying to take it back.
What am I do to you?
Maybe he can't take back death. That's too far. But did he still kill them on accident?
Maybe he just found them.
He could have just found them and tried to take it back. Yeah. He's cured.
So satisfying.
What did the doctor say?
Someone's ready for some action. He's a new man. Okay. I think he might have been advanced a little bit with that.
I'm thinking of taking the morning off sick. You cover the fort for me?
You're sure you ought to do this?
I'm not sure what I'm sure of.
Oh, his wife.
Yes. Or he's going to go investigate what happened.
Maybe.
It's nice to see Lieutenant Dan.
That's who that is.
Were you trying to think of who it was? Yeah.
I've wondered if he ever did anything like that before. Might be easy enough to follow his back trail.
You'd think so, but you'd be wrong. Like he dropped out of the sky.
There doesn't seem to be any real violence in him.
But those little girls stayed raped and murdered.
Raped?
Is Coffey guilty? Yes, he is.
Smelling me some cornbread.
It's from my missus. Thank you.
Thank me for what?
The night of her life.
Oh, what's your missus, please?
Several times.
Oh, John, I smell that from over here. I surely can.
Can I get Dale, Mr. Jangleson?
I'm gonna get some too, ain't
I think I'll just keep the rest.
Oh, John, that's so very fine of you.
Welcome.
Hey!
Oh.
You get that one for free.
Maybe they will be using that room.
Oh.
Yeah! We've been meaning to clean out that room for a while, haven't we?
Like you said. Man, I've never seen Sam Rockwell in a bad role. Even when he plays a villain. This is just so unlikable.
Come on, fuckstick. No sneaking up on me this time.
It's on me.
I think it's a hose. Oh, man.
All I want me is a little cornbread.
I'll learn my lesson.
Leave him. Gosh.
Doesn't even get to enjoy it. Oh.
No!
That Moonpie thing was pretty original. Gotta give him that.
At least he knows it's not poop.
Yeah.
Important folks heard about your mouse. Want to see him perform.
Oh, he gets to perform?
All right, let's move briskly, folks. There's not much time.
Are they rehearsing for his execution, though? Man, I just went from such a high to such a low.
This is great. Edouard Delacroix.
He gets put up front.
Roll on 2.
Very professional.
You done good, old timer. We're happy for you.
Boo!
Oh, no.
Look, hey, don't piss it, man.
Don't touch me. How about Mouseville?
You're gonna live in a mouse city down in Florida.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Give him to me. Give him to me. Might still be time.
Oh, if he's not quite dead. No one else has seen this, though.
Yeah.
I put you out front. You put in that transfer.
Get rid of this guy. I'm glad they kind of put his mind at ease that Mr. Jangles is going to a mouse city.
Here, you take him.
I'll take him, boss. Just for now, if Dale don't mind.
You're a good man, boss. You too, boss. I sure wish I could have met you guys some ways else.
His life might have been different if he had some good friends earlier on.
Hope he's good and scared.
You be still, Mr. Jangles.
Don't forget about Mouthfeel.
Hey,
No.
there's such a place.
This guy deserves the worst. Oh my god. Please, someone notice. They have to be able to notice no water coming down. This is sick. Please notice.
There's no water.
Yeah, there's no water drops. Catch it.
Roll on 2.
No.
Goddamn sponges. Don't you stop it. It's too late for that.
No. It's literally just burning.
I kicking him good. Yeah!
You what, you son of a bitch!
Oh my god, this is all straight horror.
I didn't know the sponge is supposed to be wet.
So he just gets away with it. Is that how it works? What in the hell happened?
An execution. A successful one.
I didn't know the sponge was supposed to be wet.
He's putting in a transfer request to Briar Ridge tomorrow. Isn't that right, Percy?
I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's better to just put up with it to get him the hell out of there. But everything in my body just wants to bury that guy.
I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he didn't
do more punishment.
Yeah.
Maybe no matter what, he never would have faced any punishment anyways with his connections.
You okay?
I could feel it from here.
Where's Mr. James?
He felt it too, through me. Awful tired now, boss.
Did you ever see it?
They gotta take her to John.
I don't even know if they've put it together.
Y'all saw what he did to the mouth.
I could have gone the rest of the day without you bringing that up.
I could have gone the rest of the year.
He took my bladder infection away.
It's true. We came home that day, he was... thinking about Melinda.
Melinda?
Sneak a sick woman into a sale block?
Oh, no. Howard never stand for that.
Take him out.
Taking John Coffey to her.
Wow.
I do not see God putting a gift like that in the hands of a man to kill a child.
If he tried anything, we'd have to take him down. You understand?
Sounds like he's in.
Yeah, it does sound like he's in. Maybe drug him a little bit.
Looks like it. I mean, he is huge.
He's still here?
I guess he just put in for the transfer, but...
I'm gonna get some too, ain't I?
My ass, you get some too.
Oh. It's for him.
I'm...
So he doesn't tell?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, boss. I've been good all day.
I hope that's not too much.
Who cares for him?
True. I just don't want them to get in trouble.
Good night.
That was easy.
Oh, I thought he was gonna hit his head.
I'd like to take a ride.
Wow.
Guess we're all in.
He knew.
What is this?
Payback. Stick out your arms like a good lad.
No, I won't do it.
Big man is ripping your ears off, Percy. I do as he says.
Good.
Wow. He deserves so much more, but that
So
was
much
still
more.
satisfying.
Yeah.
We going for the ride now?
That's right. We going for the ride.
How's he up?
You a bad man.
Wow. Hit his arm. Break it.
I don't like that right before he's gonna see Melinda.
No.
You a bad man.
Wow, look at those stars. It's the smell of the outside. Something so simple. It's taken for granted.
John, you know where we're taking you tonight?
Hip a lady.
Is he like an angel? I mean, there's no record of his existence really, pretty much, or any interactions with him. Just showed up on this earth.
Boss, look. Someone's up.
Who the hell goes there 2:30 in the goddamn morning?
For God's sakes, just take your finger off the trigger.
Are you hostages? Halt right there, I shoot.
Come
I said
on.
halt.
Hal, put the gun down.
Halt.
Help! Who are you talking to down there? Back in the road!
Just to help. Just to help, boss.
Who hurt you so badly?
Don't hardly remember, man.
Wow.
What's your name?
Wow. Just a pure miracle.
Whatever he sucked out of her, he's choking on it.
Was it too much?
I'll be fine. Just let me be.
Did I have the x-ray?
It was clear. There was no tumor.
John Coffey, man.
Like the drink, only not spelled the same.
I'm worried for him.
Yeah, because he is not coughing it out.
I dreamed of you. We found each other in the dark at St. Christopher. And wear it, he'll keep you safe.
Come on now, you gotta stay on your feet.
He's got to get it out of him.
Miracle? Yes. We'll also see you beaten within an inch of your life. We know people too.
Does he have a gun still? Oh, is he giving him a tumor? Oh my gosh. I did not even think that he could transfer over this sickness.
Percy.
Wow. If anyone deserved the tumor, he did.
What you looking at, you lamp noodle?
Oh no, he does have a gun. My heart is like racing. John just got rid of 2 evil men.
I punished them bad men. I saw what Wild Billy done. Take my hand, boss. I got to give you a little bit of myself. A gift.
These are 2 little girls?
I think so.
Wow. I can't believe that.
You love your sister. You're making a noise. I'm gonna kill her instead of you.
It's disgusting.
He kill them with their love. They love each other. That's the way it is all over the world.
Well, he got transferred, just not the way he thought. Perfect. A just punishment for him.
Does he have the influence to do something about this? Stop the execution?
No.
If it can't help, don't tell him.
There's no way to
save him?
Yeah, to prove what actually happened, especially since Billy the Kid is dead. It's not like he can ever confess to it.
I've done some things in my life that I am not proud of. This is the first time I've ever felt real danger of hell.
Find out what he wants.
Meatloaf be nice. Maybe some of that fine cornbread your missus make.
Tell me what you want me to do. Just let you run away? See how far you could get?
Why would you do such a foolish thing?
Did I kill one of his true miracles?
You tell God the Father it was a kindness you done. I'm tired, boss.
There must be something that you want.
Ain't never see me a flicker show.
I'm in heaven.
Wow.
And I seem to find the happiness I see.
Angels just like up in heaven. Oh, I fell asleep this afternoon and had me a dream. I dreamed Mr. Jingles got down to that place Boss Howard talked about. There's lots of folks here hate me.
I wish they could have done it privately.
We don't hate you. Can you feel that?
Only they could know.
I hope it hurts like hell.
I'm sorry for what I am. I was afraid of the dark.
All right, Joe.
I'm in heaven.
I hope it's
John
quick.
Coffey. May God have mercy on your soul. Roll on 2.
I'm glad we don't see it.
Had a grown son in 1935.
The math doesn't work, does it?
What's the math?
Or he could have a grown son, 1935.
Wake up, old fella.
Jingles still alive?
John had to give me a part of himself. A gift, the way he saw it. He infected us both, didn't he, Mr. Jingles, with life. I'm 108 years old, Elaine.
108.
He couldn't help what happened. I've had to see my friends and loved ones die off through the years. You'll die too. And my curse is knowing that I'll be there to see it.
Oh.
It's my punishment for killing a miracle of God.
I did not see that coming.
Mr. Jingles, where you been?
If he could make a mouse live so long, how much longer do I have? The Green Mile seems so long.
Wow. All right, that was The Green Mile. What'd you think?
I don't even think that I have words to describe just like everything that movie made me feel.
Yeah.
Was not at all what I was expecting.
No, I was not expecting this. I was saying supernatural element, but now I feel it's not necessarily supernatural. In my opinion, I feel like it's religious. Like, I feel like John Coffey was an angel. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would be some sort of just story between Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. Not expecting anything that we saw.
No. Yeah, that was a turn in the movie that I wasn't anticipating, and it just obviously took the movie in a completely different direction. And I feel like there's just so much that we can talk about. I mean, first, I guess the cast, like an enormous cast.
Yeah, lots of people that we recognized. Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, the one that stands out is Sam Rockwell's character. Like, I've never seen him be so unlikable and play just like such a disgusting character. He's played villains before, but this was just on another level. I mean, he crushed it in this role. Everyone was fantastic in this, but he stood out to me. Obviously, Tom Hanks was brilliant as always. Michael Clark Duncan, I mean, the last like 20 minutes of this movie, I could barely keep it together. I almost needed to stop. I know you were having a rough time too. So yeah, the character's amazing. Yeah, everybody that was in it, we recognized a lot of faces. In terms of the story, obviously we know that this is a Stephen King story. I mean, Shawshank Redemption was incredible, and then you have this, it's like, it's unreal. Yeah, it's unreal, the stories that he creates, and Frank Darabont, that's 2 movies in a row where he just, in my opinion, nailed it. I never read the books that they were based off of, but I have to imagine that he did an excellent job bringing the books to the screen. I mean, we'll just, I guess, kind of work our way through the movie. I mean, it started off pretty interesting. I mean, you didn't really see a lot of John Coffey for like the first hour of the movie. And this is over a 3-hour-long movie. I think this is by far the longest movie we've watched for the channel. So for the first hour, you really didn't get a lot of John Coffey. You got a lot of character development with the guards that were there. And the movie did a really fantastic job in the beginning of this film, really making you sympathize kind of for these death row inmates, and also for the guard. You didn't really know what the crimes were for the prisoners, and they were already caught, they were already there, they had already been sentenced to death. So there wasn't this like huge sense of they need punishment, because they were going to get the punishment. They were already there, and you didn't really know why they were there, so it was easier to sympathize with them. So I think the movie did a fantastic job, because how else do you sympathize with people who probably did heinous things to deserve to be there? And then it really made you feel for the guards, because they also believed that it wasn't necessary to take things to that extra level. These men were already here, their punishment had already been sentenced, and now they just need to see it through. Right. So they were kind to these people. They were a relief in the end of their days, and knew that not to push anything, because it would only escalate things. So it just did a fantastic job in that beginning of the movie, setting up how you're supposed to feel, I guess, for the rest of the film. Right. Yeah, and then we had the good in the guards and in John Coffey, but then the whole complete opposite spectrum with Billy and Percy. Just both of them, like the hatred that you feel for them. Like, I mean, kudos to those actors. Oh yeah, fantastic job for everything movie related. Right, that they were able to get that, and it's like, it was just so like overly disgusting. Yeah. Like, you have, I mean,
Billy is clearly, he's a criminal. He's horrible. We knew that from the beginning. And I don't think, for as like disgusting as it was what he did, it wasn't shocking. Like, we knew that he was just awful, and you just see him kind of
like the devil.
Yeah, like he's just awful. But then you have Percy, and it's just like, I'm almost more disgusted with him, which obviously the crimes that Billy committed were just probably the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
But Percy, it was like, because he's not a criminal.
He had every opportunity to be a good human.
Yeah, and he just everything that he could have done to not be a good person. It was just, you know, taking advantage of the power that he had, using that power and using it even against his fellow guards. And then for what he did to Mr.
Dale.
Jangles and to Dale.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, he's just awful.
I really wanted to comment on Percy because I don't know if, out of all of my movie watching experience, I don't know if I've physically hated someone more and just like wanted to get my hands on them.
Yeah, no, he just
like I can't explain it. Like I've never.
And you're not like a violent person.
I'm not a violent
at all.
person, but there's just something about a coward hiding behind their authority that they just don't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so disgusting to see him act the way that he acted and knew that he could get away with it just because he knew some people in power.
Right.
And I just really, I don't think I've ever hated a character more.
I don't think so either. I think he's the top of the list for me.
That right there is enough for, you know, his abuse of power. But it was when he willingly wanted to see Dale tortured.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't only a coward using his power, he was a coward in real life. When he had the opportunity to save people and hit Billy, he cowered.
Right.
When he got held by Billy, pissed his pants. And then when he was, you know, his actions were literally burning and torturing Dale alive, and he wanted to look away and close his eyes.
Right.
Like, he was just the ultimate weak coward. And I really have never hated a character more.
Yeah. I agree.
And so what's very great with these movies, Frank or Stephen King, they are excellent at justice and revenge. In The Shawshank Redemption, I mean, the bad people, they got it bad. And in this, like, for him to kind of absorb, I assume, that tumor or that, you know, just completely destroying his mental state, and for him to be transferred to the mental institution like he wanted, but this time he went as a patient and not as a guard. It was just like the perfect justice.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I wasn't so frustrated with Tom Hanks' character.
Oh yeah, I was super, because I've never hated a character more.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, everybody knows that he did this, and he did it on purpose. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Both of us were just like, please, just let someone kick the shit out of him. I even said, like, beat him up, have John take away his wounds, beat him up again, have John take away, like, just keep doing that or something. Like, just ruin this person. But, you know, everything is understandable. He had so much power, they weren't going to be able to do anything. Nothing would have happened to him.
And I feel like it's one of those things where, you know, whether you believe in God or karma or whatever it is, it's one of those things where patience, like, you just have to have the patience, and it will come back around, and they will get the punishment that they deserve. And I think for us, we were looking for that immediate satisfaction.
We wanted that immediate justice for him.
And in the end, he got it far worse than...
He probably got it worse than anyone.
Well, and far worse than he would have gotten had he been punished from the start.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, so that was... I mean, he was just such a hateful character. And then when you find out... Billy was also a hateful character. And then when you find out what Billy did, and just hearing that conversation with the little girls and knowing what happened, because in the beginning, you know, oh, they died, you know, obviously very sad. And then you find out later that they were also raped. And then just, that was, you didn't really see it. You just heard his conversation of like, if you say anything, like you what John said, like he used their love for each other against them.
Yeah.
And I've never heard something like that done in a movie or something. That was just so bone-chilling, disgusting. Especially to come out of a character's mouth played by an actor who I really, really like. I really like Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
And for him to play this role, I'm like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but that was just a really difficult scene in general. And there's so many moments that are going to really just stick in my head from this movie.
Yeah.
But man, was that rough to watch.
And I think it really speaks to, you know, Stephen King's writing, and it also speaks to the film and the directing and all of that, is that we didn't need to see any of these things for them to be completely heartbreaking. Like the scene with those girls, and just kind of seeing the direction that Tom Hanks is taking when he's just getting this wave of all of these visions at him.
Yeah.
And then in the end, when we have John Coffey and he's, you know, being executed, we don't see that. You get like a split second when it turns on, and all you're seeing is everything that's happening in the room and the reactions in the room.
Yeah.
And I think that just speaks to how well the story was written and how well it was filmed, that it could just have such a huge effect on the audience.
Oh yeah, no, there was some amazing moments like that. Like, I don't think I could have handled seeing John in that chair. It was already rough enough to see the perspectives and to see them all these guards crying and barely being able to make it through. If they would have cut to John for a split second, I think I would have had to like pause the movie or something.
Yeah, and
like,
and also for him to, they didn't put him in the dark like he asked.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
So he was not covered.
Yeah, no,
either.
So you would see his facial expressions and the burning that was going on, even though thankfully, you know, the sponge was wet. I'm sure they were not going to mess this one up. One of the roughest memories that was set up was the movie in the beginning.
Oh, I know.
I kept waiting for when that was going to pop again. Why was that going to create such a negative reaction?
I honestly kind of forgot.
You forgot?
Like we had gotten so far along in the movie, I almost, right before that moment, I actually was like, oh, like it popped back into my head that I was like, oh, like this is the story being told.
Right.
So I did think about, you know, the beginning, but the movie just glossed right over it. So as soon as they were like, oh, like he hasn't seen a film or whatever it was that he said, I just was like, I lost it a little bit.
Yeah, because I kept hearing songs, you know, playing throughout the movie. I was like, is this it? Like, I'm trying to remember exactly how the song went. And I'm like, is this a good memory that would maybe, or a bad memory or something? But yeah, I mean, because we'll talk about it in a second, but that whole conversation between John and Paul at the end, that was already difficult enough. That's kind of where I started to lose it. And when he said, like, I've never seen a movie before, that was just like, just stabbing me in the heart and just like twisting the knife in that moment. And I was just like, oh, so it was a beautiful moment that made that negative kind of crying reaction. Being able to, you know, get John to see a movie for the first time, you know. So I mean, just fantastic writing and directing, like you said. That's kind of where that point kind of originated. But yeah, working through the movie, you know, we see all of these amazing miracles, and that conversation with his lawyer that Tom Hanks had, that, you know, they tried to look into past events or something like that, and they couldn't find anything, and something.
They couldn't find him.
Like, there just seemed to be nothing. And kind of that, I think the lawyer had a line of something like, he fell from the sky or something.
Yeah.
And there was another line when John was watching the movie saying, you know, and he was backlit and rays of light coming out, and he's like, they're angels. And I was like, I believe John was an angel.
Yeah.
Which makes it that conversation with Paul and his wife too, where he felt like he had done a lot of bad things and he had never felt closer to hell or something like that. Because I feel like Paul felt like he was about to kill an angel, that he was literally removing an angel from this earth.
Right.
And there wasn't really much he could do about it. I do believe that if John would have said, like, give me a chance, let me run, or something like that, he wouldn't have hesitated. He would have given John that opportunity. He would have lost his life and his career to let that angel go.
And I honestly, like, I had hope that was what was going to happen. I wouldn't have wanted anything to happen to Paul or to any of the guards, but I had hope that they would let him go. But I mean, even John knew that wasn't the right thing to do for them. Like, he didn't want to see them get punished for his freedom. And even so, like, for how long?
How long could he escape? And everyone would have been punished for John. And yeah, like you said, he wouldn't have wanted that. And as weird as it is too, the family of the little girls, even though it was wrong, they or not wrong, but it was the wrong person, they never would have gotten that closure, that justice, that the person who did this terrible crime got the justice that they deserved. So John had to fall on all of these swords to help these people in the final moments. And
that was really hard for me to watch in the execution scene, with them yelling, and you know, they're so angry, and they have every right to be that angry, but it made me so sad that was, you know, they're directing their anger at the wrong person. And I was happy for them that they were getting that closure, because obviously there's nothing that can be done to bring their little girls back. Even John was clearly trying to bring them back.
Yes, and he clearly can't go to the extent of bringing dead people back to life.
At that point it's too late. But I wish they would have known that it wasn't him. Right. Like, it just would have given, I don't know. I mean, there's no reason why, but I just wish that they would have.
You know, if they would have somehow been able to find out that it wasn't him, then John possibly, you know, would have been able to be set free. But the real criminal did die. Not horribly enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, when you look in comparison with Dale versus Billy, like, Billy just got it easy.
Billy was dead within a few seconds, and, you know, probably the shock of getting shot, he probably didn't feel much pain or anything. Dale fried and cooked alive for minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's dead, but not, you know, to the extent of justice that he probably deserved. And then, you know, and I don't know how to feel about the ending either. I mean, he gave the gift of life to Mr. Jangles and to Paul, but even Paul kind of described it as a curse, as his punishment. And that was very interesting too. Like,
it's like, you know, that John's intention was never to cause punishment on anyone.
Right.
But I don't even think that he knew that he was doing what he did to Mr. Jangles, or to, I don't know if it's Jingles or Jangles.
I don't know. I think it's Jangles.
Yeah, we've been saying Jangles, but I don't think that he realized what he was doing.
No, I don't think John did it on purpose. I don't think he realized that he was going to be extending their lives for as long as he did. Yeah. Maybe he did. I don't know. John said that he was just tired. Like, he had been wandering the road for so long. He was just tired. Maybe he was a lot older than we thought or something. I don't know. But I don't think he did it on purpose. But that was just a very interesting ending, because I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I mean, did Paul deserve
I don't think so.
The punishment?
I think that's how he took it. And I'm sure that he feels so much guilt for what he had to do as part of his job. But I don't think that he deserved any type of punishment.
Yeah, because, I mean, essentially his life was based around death. He brought death, and his punishment was life. So it was a very interesting ending. And because that's brutal. I mean, the immortality seems amazing. But then you face the reality that you're going to have to live with the fact that you see everyone you love die. So that was just rough, you know, that he outlived his friends, his wife, his son, everyone. And they're 108 years old. You know, how long does he have to carry this punishment?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's rough. I mean, I love the ending. I love the whole movie. but it's just something that there's so much to think about this movie, and that's just another thing that at the end I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to inherit these gifts and stuff, because I'm sure, how much power does he have? Does he just have a long life, or does he also have that ability to take sickness and pain away from other people?
I want to say no. I don't think that
Not enough, just a little part.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to think about the ending, and it was a beautiful, beautiful film.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad that people recommended this, you know, and I'm glad that we got to it, because this is peak filmmaking in my opinion.
Yeah.
And similar to Shawshank, this is something that everyone needs to watch. It will impact people differently, but I think it's an important film to see. So we really want to thank everyone for recommending this. If you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.